Hello, bien. Good to see you too. How are you doing? Good to see you. Mr. Carolina Certifica, Alvarado, she's the counter proposal. Working hard or hardly working? Mr. Carlos Habet, counselor, Carlo. Miss Arene, cultural council. Yes, we met. Deputy Vanya, counselor. He's from the council. President Sonia Ruiz. Hi. Mr. Giovanni, our historian and town administrator. Mr. Vera, representing Japan. Okay, council. Our mayor and Mr. Okay. It's a long time coming, Mr. We're here now.
But you've been here twice now.
I know. She's getting her piece of bank soon. You have to buy my agency.
Don't worry, I won't ask.
But who knows? Maybe you were brought here when Tiojo was doing the research on bones and buttons in Benke.
I was. He gives his regards to you.
Thank
and
you.
to Mr. David as well.
Thank you.
So when were you here? You must have been.
I was young. I came here a couple of times. I was younger. At the time of the research, and I remember coming for a presentation.
It was at that one at the park. I
It was at the park, yes. It was at night. I remember.
There was some kind of actor play,
yes,
right?
Yes. I didn't understand much back then because I was too young. But now I appreciate it. It's a good memory. Yes, I was younger. I remember I was, a young girl. And I'm on state of the beach.
yes,
I know. Vex. But now I'm much older. I appreciate it.
And then the road wasn't all that good back then, I'll tell you.
Yes, imagine.
It's like I remember when I was younger and we would come to party, this is like in the 80s, they had this protect here, so everybody from the league used to come here every so often. You guys might be too young to remember, but they might be older. So we used to come and party in San Ignacio and
Benke was a party
Benke
spot.
was a party
The Capri.
Oh,
The
sure.
Capri.
So you have to find a new boyfriend from the Cayo side and
Okay.
those I never had none, but Benke was...
That is off the record, right?
They had the Angels Club was one in, then you had the Bucket Yanda, then here you had
Piccadilly.
huh?
Piccadilly.
And then there was another one.
Here it was Los Angeles,
so you had
Okies, Los
Angeles.
Angeles.
Blue Angels.
And then Dabonix used to come and play here.
Yep.
Dabonix used to come.
Every weekend. Actually,
Yes.
Actually,
my cousin, so I used to come along with him. Yeah.
actually the weekends, remember we were in the youth group and we would have the marimba would play and then the phonics. In fact, that's where a lot of us were able to practice dancing marimba.
Oh.
Yeah, because it was, there were nights that it was marimba along with the phonics playing. Yeah.
Related to
That's why Mut can't forget Benke.
Yes. That's how long I know her,
Yeah.
No, those were clean good funds we used to have back in the day. You appreciate the music, and yes, that was when I think Belizeans from the city was being introduced to the Spanish music a lot. So they would get the salsa, the cumbia, the merengue beat when they come up this side, and so we were exposed because in the city and also that wasn't part of our thing, I remember the dusty roads though, but differently from you. Yes, Mayor, it's good to see you, Mayor.
Thank the mayor for joining us and making
This is Director Carlo Habet, and I think you meet Director Arlene earlier. Yes. Miss Chulin, ¿cómo estás? Excuse me. I remember campaigning for this lady. Back in the day, how are you?
Fine, and you? We're not judge friends.
So the second power.
She's a female version.
The female version.
Don't worry, Mr. Habet, you're gonna be like that soon in Benke. Actually, you have roots in Benke.
Yeah, no, yes, definitely. Yeah, my grandfather is from here. Yeah. He's still, I think, he's actually active in Stockholm. No. But I mean, I guess for me too, that's why I feel, I guess, a little connection to here and here.
We'll soon change that one word. Little connection.
Finding yourself here more often.
I want to be here more often as well.
Please do. This is home. This is home.
On the Serenity.
Of course.
Not for the year, it's been a while. Been a number of visits now. Thank you for keeping the connection.
Yes. If we have to hang hammocks down here, we'll do that. If we have to hang hammocks under the first floor of the house, we'll do it. You won't have to travel. You won't have to break the curfew to reach home. No, you'll be home anyway. This is what Benke is.
I can feel out the delicate
I just want to say a few words of welcome, to everybody. The mayor, la autoridad máxima of the town, as the president, director, coordinator of House of Culture, councillors, Ms. Marilyn, it's Ariani? Arani, and Carlo, and all guests here. You know, today is really a milestone, indeed a milestone. Las cosas buenas cuestan, no? The good things have a cost. And I've come to realize and to learn that we need to take baby steps in order to gain. No? And currently, I'm deviating here, but back in 2013, when the Palatines celebrated 100 years, we said Benke was their first home, so we need to erect a monument. We presented a petition to Social Security, and they questioned why Benke, why not Belize City? Benke was the first home, no? It was not Belize City, so we need to divest ourselves from this mentality of Belize City, of the urban areas, no, and out of this out-district mentality, because we are all Belize. Anyway, the point is that we started fundraising for the monument. It's now 2021. The monument is there. The mayor has graciously provided us with a space to make way for the Centennial, Palatine Centennial Plaza. It's going to cost quite a bit of money, but Rome wasn't built in a day, no? And so it goes back to the baby steps. Sometimes we tend to run ahead of providence, but God has His own timing, no? And we need to be attuned with this. Cache was organized back in 1991. Not as Cache, we have evolved in this concept of what culture really is, no? And it brought us to advocate for a house of culture. long before the Houses of Culture came to be back in 2004, 2003. And it started as an organic movement, and that's the idea behind Houses of Culture, you know, to be organic movement and to have autonomy. And this is my argument, and I've expressed this to Carlo, no, that for Houses of Culture to be and to succeed, they need autonomy. Sometimes we are adept at putting bureaucratic and structures, and it can be a deterrent to nation building, to development. No? So we need to be spontaneous for the Holy Spirit to move and the creative power to be. Let's not be obstructions to that movement. Then back in 2000, the mayor made a bold move to grant this area, which was a burial ground, and it's still we respect it as a burial ground, to make way for a memorial park, no? Which eventually came to be Centennial Memorial Park for Benke. And you know, we started with no money, but when you see around, there is an investment of close to $250,000 here, you know? And the miracle here and the beautiful story is the partnership. And it makes me go back to the fact that part of this Belizean mentality that we need to outgrow is this silos mentality that everybody wants to do their own thing in isolation for reasons. No? Buenos dias, Mr. Mike, a founding member of HOC as well, Mike Mauricio. And we need, I feel, to go back to believe in the power of unity, of partnerships, and divest ourselves from this partisan, denominational, religious, whatever affiliation, no? to realize that we are believers. And when we come together, there is power. There is power, and nothing can stop that synergy, no? So we work towards creating the Centennial Plaza, and I am very passionate about this place, and that's why I have my reservations about when somebody back then wanted to build a dance hall here. And no, this is a park, this is a green area, this is a resting place for our forefathers, foremothers. No? So we signed an MOU with the mayor some days ago, and I mean, I am so grateful that the council keeps believing in partnership. And today, no, I salute you, I congratulate you, and I thank you, because by you coming here, by you making this possible, you have said yes to the partnerships that we so much need, no? And people like B-Call, or organizations like B-Call, BTL, SMART, and so many others have collaborated to make this place what it is, no? And I guess the same thing goes for Nayeli. Can tell us the story of House of Culture, no? That despite all odds and attempts to centralize everything, House of Culture in Benke has been able to create that partnership with the community, and still is, no? And Cache had not been as active with the House of Culture for X reasons, but we know that Nayeli has done well in continuing the work of HOC. And we hope that today will mark a new beginning, no, for all of us, so that we can be able to make House of Culture a community effort once again, no, with the el apoyo del alcalde, with the support of the mayor and the council and all the people. And we have this plan of the Edison Coleman house. We don't have a lot, and the past mayor had given us a couple of lots, but later discovered that the lots were not the municipal property, it had been turned over to somebody else. But we believe that the grounds would be, the HOC grounds would be an ideal place to reassemble the Coleman house and make way for a small display area in honor of Edison Coleman. So this is our story, and I thank you for being here. As Winston Churchill said in the aftermath of Second World War, never in the history of mankind have had so few done so much for so many. And that's the story of voluntarism, no? Cache is a volunteer group. We don't have money, we've never had money, but we believe that with the efforts of a few, we could do much. And it would be a different world, it would be a different belief if we would all do our part to empower others to share the many blessings that we receive from God. So thank you very much. I don't think I have anything more to say.
Let's slide.
The girls will talk about like human and some human thing you could do, but you have, it's like that game where you keep your hands. I don't know after that one.
And it has that lady and it has the kids display. I'm going to try to find it on some idea.
Okay. All right, give me that. Do anything in writing. I'm not able to do anything in writing.
Y hace que se te quite la ciudad por el dulce. Cuando lo ves.
I said we have done Tamales and we have a witness documenting it.
Yeah, because I would watch it. I mean, if that was online, like like you're saying, like I would definitely watch that.
Yeah, so we have various workshops outside that
And
Que es la raíz. Si quiere levantar. Te estaba diciendo, lo puedo observar.
I was reminiscing. How many times.
Yeah. So that's all. Well, I know communication was basically dead. So going forward, I think we're asking just generally for like calendars, and then we can try and see how best we can move him around. Because to another extent, too, if you have people here who can do it, then that's fine too. And you know, whatever links you make with let's say videographers, whatever promoting of those people, that's good too. But
Mr. Chile is Miss.
oh, okay.
Mr. Chile's husband.
Okay, okay.
He does documentary. By hobby and passion.
Hace más de 30 años yo fui, era distinto a lo que es ahora. Recientemente
Pero adornar con los parques.
Lo que van a poner para Navidad, pero ponerlos de una vez para entrar en la
Como ese evento estuvo muy bonito. Yo estuve alegró el pueblo. Toda la policía me llamó y me dijo, ya
buenos días.
estoy preparado.
I came to Manchester to see the procession and something
keeping the faith and keeping the fight.
Yes, yes. She's a good girl.
Yeah, no, definitely.
That's the one that causes much difficulty.
I mean, that's like an example too, probably.
We try our best, you know how to do it. We have to survive, and the community spirit is always there, so that is the essence of everything. Favorita la blusa. I love it. Really? ¿Tú le hiciste o no? Muy bonito. No sé, uno busca buenas cosas.
So these are the graves that he spoke about.
Oh yes, we have graves here and then on the other side. I think this was for Contreras. So the town council helps us to maintain the town on a daily basis, so we hire them.
Queremos la salud, ¿no?
The mayor is so that's all part of
Entonces, cada uno viene.
Probably, yeah.
It was about four of them who were here. They were talking about the fair and the fiesta back in time.
It's hard to still hear.
Yeah.
side?
Miguel, bien. Está peligroso. Miguel.
Eso hay que asegurarlo bien, de repente se va a caer y le va a caer a alguien encima.
Bueno,
This is the marker that was donated to
De tiempos que no miraba esa sala.
Yes, so that's about 20 years ago. About 20? About 20.
Maybe that was even
There's a rustic marimba.
back in the day.
Great, like he coming.
Mr. Dave, I don't know if you saw the oldest, one of the oldest marimbas in Benque.
This one.
Was no, it was a photo taken in 1922. It doesn't have the upper deck. I'll show you. I'll put that photo on the presentation tomorrow. And then you don't want to hear the stories of the piano.
Yes, we do have our little visitors one and often. Get ours? Oh, yes. Have our experiences. What? Oh, really? Come and play?
Was it?
Yes, we do have like supernatural activities. And yeah. We're marimba.
You have to stay here on your own at midnight. Here and play on its own.
Because you know the small little space I think encompasses a lot of energy and whatever movement. I don't know, but yes, I have lived a lot of experiences here. But I have balanced it off, and it also has the history of the police. Oh, of course. Yes.
The torture room, no? They have the commanders here, they have the punch, the walls,
I believe it, Mr. Davis.
The OC would have his office there. The sergeant was out here. And they have their
So, the House of Culture is another successful partnership with Cache, one of the founders, and it was a grassroots initiative from 900. So basically on their own, they were trying to make a survival project out of what we have now that we're part of Niche. And this now community center encompasses cultural life in Benque. We have outgrown this space, but we hope that in the future will be considered for expansion because there's a need. Whenever there's rain, we have to cancel and we have to be wearing boots outside and it's not like a safe environment. And our way forward, we want to thank the mayor and everybody who's on board supporting us and telling us that we're not on our own. The mayor assists us in maintenance throughout the month. And we're very grateful for the assistance we are given by Mr. Chibani. Our calendar of activities continues at a very small scale, but we're still moving forward and looking for partnerships, especially with the town council, and we're looking forward to continue working with Cache and strengthening these bonds that have been part of the origins of the House of Culture. And having this new leadership and movement for Niche, it's a plus for us because the environment has been very tense and very disconnected amongst the organization in general. We have felt that burden, but moving forward, we thank you for making time and space to be here and absorbing a little of what we have prepared for you today. Yesterday we had to come over and set up because I said, we're having visitors and we want to showcase a little snippet of what we have here from our artists. And I don't know where's Mr. Mike, but Mr. Mike is showcasing some of his collection here. So we move on to the gallery to appreciate a little taste of Mr. Mike Mauricio. He's a founder member of Cache and he's an artist. So he's one of the persons to go for his energies, his passion, and he's a great artist. And so let's join us and move to the gallery. Mr. Mike?
Mr. Mike?
Adelante.
So this little space, and we host art and education exhibitions. But presently, due to our limitation in space, we bring the marimba here so that we could have marimba lessons about 3 kids per hour. This is the only thing that will cover that space. So that's why when you make calls and I have to run out or tell you to come on my cell, it's because you know we juggle with sounds. So yes, this is where we make our art selection. Mr. Mike, ¿no se quiere compartir algo?
Pues ya me enchinaron la piel. Sí, no esperaba esta reacción, ¿no? de ustedes. Me da gusto que estén aquí observando y disfrutando de lo que puedo hacer, ¿no? Esto es parte de los otros temas que manejo, ¿no? He hecho portraits, pero me gusta mucho la naturaleza y me gusta pintar también a mi gente. Por ahí tengo unos retratos que pues vale la pena dejarlos plasmados, ¿no? Pues gracias por estar y disfruten.
Thank you for sharing. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Can I rent that house for the weekend? Can I rent that house for the weekend?
Mr. Mike will have to draw you
Aquí está, pues ambientan las secciones en BRC. Están invitados a verla también. Está permanente la colección. Sí, he enseñado a niños, he trabajado con niños, pues ahora con los jóvenes. Sí, de repente abrimos espacio. Pues, por el cargo, ahora está haciendo había una pintura que estuvo expuesta en la Unión para una persona. Está dando gusto repetirla porque cuando la hice, yo luché mucho con la técnica, pero ya con los años que sí que la calidad estoy viendo ahora
Quisiera estar allí de
no sé.
Whatever you want to do.
estaba bastante tímido, fíjate, porque siento que pude haber hecho algo mejor. Siento que pude haber hecho algo mejor.
What's the name of the doll again?
La Chatona.
Chatona.
Those are careful.
Chatona was dancing.
She's a lady.
Yeah, I was more like animation. And I think to like another extent, and I actually was talking to Noelia about it's just there's so much things going on here. Even if you just document those things, like that's a great use of video. And so like even these things, like if the artist comes in, shows when it has like a little thing showing them how we did it, you can interview. I think for you guys, I mean, keep up.
Muy buenos días. Blessed morning to everyone. Muy buenos días. It gives us a great pleasure to have so many persons who contribute to the development of Belize and our community in general. This is just a little snippet of what Benke has encompassed. And you're no longer visitors, we consider you Benkeños now. So thank you for your time, your efforts. Everybody, we really appreciate you that within pandemic's time we're still on survival mode. And we're blessed to have the one of the most important elements in life is presence. And every morning we should be thankful and reflect on presence, that it's one of the blessings that we have now and have always had. But throughout pandemic, it's a reflection that we have very constant. I would like to acknowledge each and every one of you today, especially our directors visiting. It marks a new beginning, a great start for us. It's empowering and inspiring as a niche employee to have so many support. I cannot stress out how Benke, the community itself, encompass greatness, especially when we work as partners. And the story of the House of Culture brings many grassroots initiatives, and with the foundation, that is the best structure that an organization can have, and that has been one of the greatest gifts that we have been inherited. And our youth are also a great reflection of that, because they believe in us. I would like to acknowledge the presence of the mayor, who has always been a safeguard for initiatives here in Benke as we started in March. That is when we launched our first activity through the pandemic. That is what marked our partnership, and we're grateful to the partnership that we have and support from Councillor Teresita Alvarado, the Culture Councillor, Deputy Garcia, Mr. Eggy Cocom, Mr. Giovanni Pinello, who has always been a stalwart here at the House of Culture, very well known and appreciated historian throughout the years. Mrs. Chulin, fashion members, President Sonia Ruiz, Director Areni, Director Carlo Habet, Director Young. Please share some words to inspire our community. I also wish to thank Los Hijos del West for jumping, and they should be having online classes right now. But they are trying to make the effort. I told them whosoever can make it today, it's okay. But I don't know what type of excuses they're going to be putting on their online classes. We thank our juniors for being here today, and I also want to thank our good friend Nancy. She's the next door neighbor, and she has always been there. What is there to do? getting everything organized. So thank you so much for always being pillars here in our community. And this is just a little reflection of what we have today. I wish to thank Ian Yakab, the founder and director of Los Hijos del West and the Marimba movement, the Benke Marimba Music Project. Thank you so much. We will have a word from Director Young. So please, Director Young, continue to inspire us on your visit.
Don't worry, this is not a speech. First of all, I just want to say that it's an honor to be here. Benke was my home for a little while. I would say, Mr. Lin, maybe I might have the time frame a little off, but maybe 30 years now that I've been coming to and from Benke. And I really have worked with the community in the past, and I am very honored at this moment to be working with the community again. And because there is that link that I have at Benke, and especially with the council that I work very closely with, when I was appointed to the board of NICH, and I go, great, I have a council that I know we can lean on, and I know what their plans are in reference to cultural preservation, promoting culture and history, and promoting artisan. I remember meeting Ms. Nelly and telling her that we need to touch base, we need to work, we have to work as one because we're all working towards the same goal. And then I remember seeing a draft MOU from Cache, and for me it's an honor to be here and we'll be able to sign on behalf of Mitch on this MOU today. And Nelly mentioned something that is very important to us at Mitch. Just at our board meeting yesterday, we were discussing the issue of community partnership, of going forward. So when we're planning events, we're planning activities, it's going to be in support, in coordination with the various communities and the NGOs to ensure that we're all working towards one goal. One of the words that always keep coming to my head from Plan Belize, our manifesto, is cultural liberation. That's one of the things that we want. So when I heard Mr. Ruiz earlier this morning, giving the artists the space, that is exactly what Plan Belize or cultural liberation is about. Is creating that space that artists can go, feel comfortable, promote, give them the support to promote their products, their items, their craft. Work with young people. I remember when my daughter started to paint as a child, they used to laugh at her painting in school because they would tell her to paint a forest with the butterflies, and she would come up with her own thing, and they would say, but that is not a butterfly, but she did abstract art. And I remember Yasser Musa, as her godfather, would sit with her and talk to her, and even went to the school to explain the different type of art that a child can go through. So we need to create that space for children to come and understand that what they're doing is their art. Everybody has their own story to tell, their own technique, their own way of doing things, and all we can do is provide that space for them to do that. And we're also looking at culinary art. That is something that has never been really looked at, you know. And so these are some of the things that I think from a board perspective, we are very open, and I have to say that the board itself, we are cultural liberators ourselves, you know. So when I think of cultural liberation as a manifesto title under culture for us, it's encompassing everything that we want to share with the various communities that we have. And today, again, like I mentioned, it's a milestone for us, and it was baby steps, Mr. Ruiz and Ms. Sonia, but we're here today. And this MOU is extremely important for us at NICH because it will lock in our commitment to working with Cache and the community and looking at the history and art in Benke, and to give all the support that we can to Cache and the members, the volunteers, the community, in ensuring that going forward, at least for the next 3 years, you know that there's this partnership that we work together to accomplishing our goals together, no? And I just wanted to highlight some of the things that we'll be committing ourselves to. And for me, it's extremely important because, again, it's the partnership that we will have going forward. And I know that when Naeli starts to work on her plan for next year, that the partnership with Cache, with the town council and other groups, your input into the plan for next year and the next 5 years will be very important, because we have to be one group trying to accomplish the same goal, So I just want to ensure that the connection is always there with Cache, the council, and other NGOs, that Naile is representing us at Mitch, and that community and partnership that she keeps talking about is exactly what we all want, So please, at any given time, ensure that we meet and we plan and we do our, make our artists and our musicians and everybody proud of us here in Vancouver. So some of the things that we'll be looking at to work together in reference to collaboration is some cultural activities for the people within the municipality of Benquevejo del Carmen and the surrounding environments. And it's to ensure that we enhancing an understanding of its vibrant artistic and culture. Like you said, the culture here is very vibrant. I've been here a couple of times. They had a Saint Day, and it's something big, So we want to make sure that we promote it for the country and for the young people coming up, for them to understand 10, 15 years from now the importance of those of the culture and the artistic vibrancy that Benque has. Sharing and encouraging access to archaeological, ethnographical, and archival collections and information on the ancient Maya, colonial historical periods of Belize's history, and that we ensure that we update our inventory, we share our resources together as HOC and Cache, and where possible, we work along to provide resources and equip the facilities, including the Centennial Memorial Park, in ensuring that it also achieves the goals and objectives of Cache there. So those are just a couple of the things that we'll be working towards. And even though Mr. David and Ms. Sonia, there are other things that might come up that might not be part of this MOU, that the partnership continues to exist. Okay? Because I know that the HOC in Benque was your little baby, and the people of Benque that wanted to see a house of culture. So I remember coming here when it was just an idea, and then to see how far it has grown. So please know that even though we're signing an MOU, that we're not limiting ourselves also to this as well. Okay, Cache is our partner, it's our right hand, so we look forward to continue those other projects with you as well. Okay, thank you.
We'll now move on to having a musical performance by the senior members of Los Hijos del West. I understand some of them will have to be moving around because of their online classes. So we will be having the senior members of Los Hijos del West. The Los Hijos del West is an offshoot initiative from the Benque House of Culture. It gives us a great pride and joy to have them and to keep on hosting and as we preserve and promote one of our intangible cultural heritage here in Benque. The juniors can come forward and sit here at the picnic table because we're getting a little blessing as we start.
I made name Zapateando Mi Benque. I hope you guys enjoy.
Now get to business and we move to sign the MOU. We call Ms. Sonia Ruiz, the president, Director Young, Ms. Marilyn Young,
Palacio is my witness.
and Director Areni Palacio Morgan as our witness, and everyone else to experience this historic moment. Thank you.
Sí, ¿verdad? Sí, para no ser.
when you're 21.
I feel 21.
So we lock it in. Congratulations. Oh, okay.
Buenas tardes, no sé qué hora es. No soy mucho de hablar en público, pero quiero decirles que es un gran privilegio para mí. Me siento feliz de poder ser parte de la historia de Benque, de Caché, de trabajar por el Benque, de promover, de ver que los jóvenes vean todo esto y puedan seguir adelante. Ha sido un verdadero honor. Muchísimas gracias por acompañarnos.
Miss Sonia, thank you so much for your words. It encompasses a lot of essence here in Benque. Thank you. I would just want to add that to what Acting Director Young mentioned, that we're going to be focusing a lot on culinary arts, and that has been one of our passions here at the house, that we have tried to structure culinary lessons as part of our community calendar. And some of our members present here can recall that we started a movement of women building women. Just that throughout, whenever we review the statistics of COVID, we have limited meeting times, but our women building women have been meeting right here at this cement space where we have our fire heart. So we tend to meet with our women, at least 10 of them. We also try to go to Central Farm, to the food processing unit, where we made salsa casera. We have been preserving red kidney beans for our traditional rice and beans, for those women that work and can't be managing and handling the beans at home. So we also have tried to preserve chaya. which is,
We have some men who can handle the beans at home with them.
yes, right. So these are the little initiatives that we have been trying to manage, but in the past we have also conducted culinary lessons of, sometimes we didn't have opportunity to make boils at home or tamales, but we try to engage and promote our culinary aspect. I was also speaking to Director Habet, and he mentioned that we will be getting support to document these activities that we have once communication reaches the right person. So we're very thankful for all these new initiatives that we as an organization will be taking forward, because yes, we do this type of work on a very occasionally, but whenever we do it, it's very meaningful and it impacts the community. So we're very grateful to have a space like this where we can serve our community, and we're grateful towards every effort. And we have always stood with partnership, because we are never alone here in Benke, and we have never acted as a single organization, but we have acted always with the heart and essence of partnership, and that is our way forward, and that has always been the essence of our work. So I am very grateful for this momentous occasion of having everyone here. We'll be serving a traditional lunch. We're going to have boyos and with Belizean style potato salad. So we're going to be serving that.
Just want to say a few words.
Okay.
Oh, you have words
No, he has more words.
I thought you ran
Mr. David always inspires, and I didn't believe that he was short of words. So, Mr. David, it's yours. If anybody wants to share some words, to continue inspiring and
Mr. Mayor, I'll give you a couple of minutes to think what you're going to say. But I wish to thank again the directors, as Nayeli said, our friends now, the Kenyans. You all have roots, to some degree. I just wanted to formally request, I don't know what the procedure is. Nayeli mentioned that the House of Culture has outgrown its facilities, as you can see. I know things are not that good, but when the economy picks up, what I would like to see for House of Culture here, what we really need is storage place. And as you see, there's little houses, huts, whatever. They don't look that good, but it would be good to make way for a nice storeroom, and the Nayeli, I believe, needs proper restrooms. I think those are the more immediate things, Another thing I would like to request, I had mentioned to Carlo, and I mentioned it this morning. I don't know what the procedure would be for us to start working on the museum, on the Coleman House, and the foundation is already there. I don't know what that would have been, an old house for the police station. But we would like to make use of that to recreate the last house that was in the Coleman estate. And part of it was rescued, and we're going to use that to put it back on. And we believe in sharing the story. I am been a strong advocate of the story. Sister Barbara Flores wrote a very beautiful essay on how to undo the colonizer in us. And in it, she points to the fact that as a new nation, we need to come to grips with our story. we cannot deny the dark and the light, the dark, the shadows and the light within our story. And in this respect, we need to make our young generations know their real story and come to grips with the shadows, the good things, and the not so good things in our story. And that's why we need to remember stories like Edison Coleman's, the Palatine sisters, know what they've done for Belize in general. So I would like to formally request your permission to do so, to proceed with this project. We have funding to a degree for this project, and we would like to commence that. And part of the memorandum also calls for a space, a working space for Cache under President, past President Haylock in Niche. We were given the space inside, the office space. But in all fairness to the House of Culture, they need the space, so we opted to give them the space, and in that regard, we would like eventually to build for Cache and some kind of office space, conference room that would be shared with House of Culture. And we know we're not here to stay, no? No sé si saben qué es el sequinche. Sequinche, do you know that? Sequinche is like this fungus that grows in the old logs, all in the bush. And there is a saying in Benke that we're not here to gather sequinche, no? We're not here to stay in this world, no? And whatever we do, we must pass it on and empower the younger ones, because they're the ones that will reap what we plant. And, eventually, if Cache were to disintegrate, which I hope it wouldn't, the facilities would remain for House of Culture, So this is the long-term plan, and we would like to present it to you, and hopefully you can acquaint us with how we should move on with this, Because I know the land here is still the police. That's the unfortunate part,
We are working on that.
Yeah.
We're working on that.
Yeah. So thank you again, and we'll enjoy the lunch. We'll keep you back, and we're going to try our best to meet our part. And thank you for giving us this opportunity.
Words that I have. Like the portfolio that I have in culture, I want to thank Nayeli for always supporting anything that we are doing. I want to thank House of Culture for inviting us at this memorable moment. I feel glad that we have the support of each other. And I am more than thankful that we can work hand in hand with House of Culture, Cache, and Niche. Thank you very much, and you will always have my full support. Thank you. Bueno, ahorita vamos a almorzar y quiero dar gracias a Dios por esta comida que nos ha dado y que nunca nos falte un plato de comida en nuestra mesa, a nosotros ni a nadie en esta tierra, especialmente a los viejitos y a los niños. Amén.
Vidal is my firstborn. Who is 7? 7. Girl power. 8. 8 years. 9. We have little Miss Jones. 10. 12. 16. 17. 15. 13. Do enjoy.
Thank you.